Good afternoon. Okay, I'll do this way. Good afternoon. I'm Cody Vararamian, Vice President for Research and Dean of the Graduate School. On behalf of the University of Maine and the Graduate School, welcome to the Graduate Commencement Ceremony. At this point, please remain standing for the National Anthem. Please be seated. The University of Maine has granted graduate degrees since 1881, and we have had a graduate school since 1923. Graduate education and research are central to the mission of the University of Maine. Graduate students serve the campus, the state, the nation, and beyond through their discoveries and their professional service. Each year, the University of Maine celebrates the remarkable achievements of its graduate alumni, extraordinary graduate students, and accomplished faculty members. Today's graduate student attendance represents the highest participation of graduate students at any commencement-related event at the University of Maine. We are delighted to honor the nearly 500 graduates receiving their degrees this academic year. I'm now pleased to introduce the 20th President of the University of Maine, Dr. Susan J. Hunter, who will welcome you to this ceremony. But first, it is my pleasure to celebrate her significant impact on the University of Maine. We know that President Hunter is humble about her accomplishments, but we hope that she will forgive us as we recognize the advances and achievements that UMaine has realized during her tenure, and also pay tribute to her work and support as a member of the UMaine community for 30 years as a faculty member, researcher, and administrator. President Hunter began her full-time career at the University of Maine back in 1991 as a faculty member in the Department of Biological Sciences. Over the years, her administrative positions have included Chair of the Department of Biological Sciences, Associate Provost and Dean for Undergraduate Education, and 5 years as the Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost. She then served as Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs for the University of Maine system. In July of 2014, Dr. Hunter was named University of Maine's President. And in July of 2017, she also became the President of the University of Maine at Machias. Under her leadership, we have seen advances in enrollment, fundraising, advocacy, and partnerships. Graduate studies in particular has been greatly impacted by her support. On a more personal note, I have admired President Hunter's leadership style, her compassion, and her ability to uplift those in a difficult situation. This is not only in my view, but in talking to my colleagues, I found a common theme. President Hunter leads with humility, intelligence, a sense of humor, and courage, all of which makes her well respected in this community. Her broad understanding of the university system, having the courage to ask hard questions and make the hard decisions, and her willingness to listen has allowed the university to become as successful as it is today. She will be missed when she retires this coming July, and her impact will remain an honored legacy. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Hunter.
Actually, today is not about me. But thank you, Cody, for your very kind words. It has been an honor and a distinct privilege to be the president of this university, and for the past year, the president of the University of Maine at Machias. In my 4 years as UMaine president, I've repeatedly said that I work for the people of the state of Maine. As a member of the UMaine community for more than 30 years, I've appreciated, enjoyed, and embraced the mission of a public research university and the difference it can make near and far. The commitment to teaching, research, and community engagement is deeply held and widely shared by members of a land-grant community. It's what drives our university to do great work, most often in partnership with others, and all for the greater good in Maine and far beyond. That's why I'm particularly pleased to be here to join you in recognizing the wonderful accomplishments of UMaine's graduate students and faculty. A graduate degree is an important accomplishment, and I commend each of you for the significant dedication and determination it takes to come to this point in your academic career. This is also an important moment for your family and friends. They have shared all the late nights, the missed meals, and the highs and lows as you worked hard to earn your degrees. I also want to acknowledge, recognize, and really thank the University of Maine faculty members who collaborated with you to complete your degree. Their world-class research, scholarship, and creative achievement make the University of Maine the nationally and internationally recognized leader it is today. At the heart of graduate education is the bond between student and advisor. The advisor-student relationship reflects a mutual commitment to and pursuit of intellectual and professional development. The advisor serving as a role model to the discipline and the profession. I count the relationship I formed with my graduate advisors to be among the most pivotal in my life. My grad school advisors were a husband and wife team. Harold, a cell biologist, was my PhD advisor. Rosemary, a biochemist, was a committee member. Her career included time as a provost and a president, an aspect that came in handy later in my career. Although they have both passed away, I think of them often, and never more so than on commencement day. The Council of Graduate Schools remind us that, quote, "It is the role of graduate education to explore and advance the limits of knowledge and to define the state of the art in every field. Its purpose is to serve society's needs in specific technical and professional ways, but also to serve the need of intellectual expansion. Graduate education is a major source of the future intellectual leaders of society and is thus an integral and necessary part of our educational system," end quote. As the state's only public university with a research classification awarded by the Carnegie Foundation, UMaine is the leader for graduate education in Maine. We will continue to support and encourage your success by maintaining that leadership in the state and beyond. Congratulations. Enjoy the ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, President Hunter. Before continuing with the ceremony, I would like to name the members of the stage party, who will not be recognized later in the program. Would you please stand as you are introduced? Also, I would like to ask the audience to please hold your applause until all of them stand. Dr. Jeffrey Hecker, Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost. Dr. Monique Larocque, Associate Provost for the Division of Lifelong Learning. Dr. David Townsend, Faculty Senate Vice President. And Ms. Magdalena Blashkevich, Graduate Student Government President. Please join me in recognizing them. Next, please join me in acknowledging all the members of the faculty. Without faculty, there is no graduate education. And without UMaine's outstanding graduate faculty, we would not have such strong programs and sterling students. Will the faculty please stand to be recognized? Next, please join me in acknowledging the Executive Committee and Senators of the Graduate Student Government. Will those who are in attendance today please stand to be recognized? Aha. Understanding how important the support of family and friends is to our graduating students, I now would like to ask the family members and friends of our graduates here today to please stand so that we may all thank you. Also, please join me in recognizing the brass quintet from the University of Maine who are providing the wonderful music. The University of Maine System Board of Trustees oversees the management and operations of the University of Maine system, with its 7-member campuses, including this flagship campus. It is a pleasure to have with us today Board of Trustee member, retired Admiral Gregory Johnson. Admiral Johnson graduated from UMaine in 1968, was commissioned as an officer in 1969, and designated a naval aviator in 1970. During his 36-year career, Admiral Johnson rose to the rank of 4-star admiral, the highest level of command in the U.S. Navy. In 2001, Admiral Johnson was appointed commander of U.S. Naval Forces Europe and Africa, and commander-in-chief Allied Forces Southern Europe. In that role, he was responsible for naval operations in 91 nations. Since retiring from the Navy, Admiral Johnson has established Snow Ridge Associates, which provides strategic advice and counsel. He also serves on the boards of several organizations that tap his security, leadership, and planning expertise. Please join me in welcoming Trustee Johnson.
There. I think that'll work. Well, thank you for your kind introduction. And President Hunter and Dean Varvaramian, distinguished guests, parents, family members, faculty, staff, and most importantly, the guests of honor this afternoon, the soon-to-be graduate school graduates. Good afternoon and greetings. I will add that there are a few changes in my remarks from what you'll see up there, so please bear with me. But the sentiment is the same. It is a privilege and honor to be with you to formally celebrate this milestone accomplishment, the awarding of your hard-earned graduate degrees. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I commend you for your accomplishments, offer my congratulations, and wish you well as you step out into the post-college world and begin your career in a global environment that is in a state of change at an ever-accelerating pace. I extend congratulations and appreciations to parents, families, faculty, and staff who have helped the class of 2018 arrive at this milestone day. Parents and families, your sacrifice and support are recognized and appreciated. The selfless dedication provided by the University of Maine faculty and staff are also recognized. We are blessed to have that level of dedication here at UMaine focused on student success under President Hunter's inspiring leadership. Now, speaking of President Hunter, on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the entire University of Maine system community, I want to affirm all that Dean Varvaramian said about her in his opening remarks. She does have a great deal of humility. We admire her leadership style and her compassion, her collegiality, her willingness to listen, her courage, and of course, a sense of humor. And most importantly, her record of high accomplishment at all levels from faculty to president. She leaves a rich legacy to emulate and a strong foundation to grow on. So, President Hunter, as you leave your presidency here and move on to your next life, as I wish you fair winds and following seas as the Commodore of the Pusha-Upon Auxiliary Fleet. So, good luck. And I'm very confident she's going to be very competent in that role. I guess her flagship must be a kayak, right? Kayak, yeah, okay. As noted above, the world is changing at an ever-accelerating pace. We are in the post-industrial age. While it is variously referred to as the information age or the knowledge economy, it is clearly an environment in which information, services, and technology are intertwined in new and transformative ways at an increasingly rapid pace. It is characterized by such things as big data analytics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, genomics, superconducting or supercomputing, etc. And recent studies such as the Chronicle of Higher Education's The Future of Work predict that those of you graduating today may hold 6 to 8 different jobs throughout your career. Some of the professions you may be entering will no longer exist in 10 or 15 years. And given this rapid rate of change, you will have to be lifelong learners to keep pace. It also means that the academy will have to change at a comparable rate to make sure that it sends future students into this rapidly changing world with competitive skill sets. I fully support Dr. Hunter's eloquent remarks about the role and purpose of graduate education and it being the source of our state and nation's future intellectual capital. It is critically important in our state, since UMaine, as Dr. Hunter noted, is the only, or it's the state's only, Carnegie Foundation classified research university. You now possess a degree from Maine's only flagship land-grant, sea-grant graduate research university. That degree will be your trip ticket into today's complex, rapidly changing world, and it will serve you well. Be mindful of that legacy and do all you can along with your more than 107,000 fellow alums to make sure UMaine continues the successes of the past 150 plus years, advancing the economic well-being of the state and each of its 1.3 million citizens. It's an exciting challenge and one in which I know you will excel. Go forward with great confidence and do good. The opportunities are abundant, challenging, and exciting. You will succeed, and you, your families, your communities, the state, and our nation will be better for it. Thank you, and like I mentioned to President Hunter, I wish you fair winds and following seas on whatever body of water your career sails. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Johnson. Now I'm very pleased to introduce this year's keynote speaker, Ms. Lisa Liberatore. Ms. Liberatore graduated from the University of Maine with a Bachelor of Science degree in Child Development and Family Relations in 2003, and a Master of Education degree in Student Development in Higher Education in 2005. In 2008, Ms. Liberatore started her entrepreneurial journey by founding Baxter Tea Company and has since had a number of other successful ventures in Maine. Most recently, Ms. Liberatore has released her book, Power of Transparency, a guide to balance business ownership and motherhood, and is co-founder of the only co-working space in Bangor, Cowork, located in the heart of downtown Bangor. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Liberatore.
Thank you, Vice President. What happens when you're short? Yeah, I think so, thank you. Welcome, and congrats to the graduate class of 2018. I remember the feeling of where you are, so excited to be done with exams, yet scared to death of what your future looks like. I have a deceivingly simple message for you that I hope you will always remember. Look at yourself as limitless, with happiness as your official guide. If you can master this, you will be amazed at where your life will take you. Limitless. Not a word you would think of as an adjective when you think of yourself. But I'm here today to tell you, you need to. Tell yourself every day and night, it's the most important thing you can do for yourself, especially when you leave the comfort of Maine and embark on new and exciting challenges. So what does limitless mean? To me, it's thinking about your future without boundaries. It's allowing yourself to feel the vastness that is your life. When I first learned how to write, I wrote in perfect mirror image and I battled dyslexia. I struggled with math and science. Well, it came so easily to all my siblings, all of whom have the title doctor in front of their name. My parents instilled in me this sense of limitless and to just focus on being Lisa. But what did being Lisa mean? I didn't have a clear vision of who I was, so I kept trying new things and wondering if it fit right. My undergraduate degree is in child development, and I love to watch the children play dress up. They were so excited to play the role of firefighter, doctor, teacher. I always dreamed of being a judge, not a lawyer, but a judge. I wanted to make decisions and be in control of the room. Apparently, you can do that without the title of judge, as apparent by me standing in front of you today. Thunderous applause. No matter where you go, remember, you are limitless. Think about your biggest limit that you perceive today. Is it getting a job? Deciding the right career? Just for a moment, look past the limit to the limitless possibilities. Allow yourself to be limitless. Allow yourself to be you. What does that look like? You deserve to have a happy life, and be sure to let that guide your decisions. Don't be scared of failure. I'm sure you thought you were done paying tuition after today, but my dad always says, failure is the tuition you pay in life. Go fearlessly after your dreams. And when things don't work out, spend time thinking about the path you took, the people you met, the knowledge you learned, and how you can apply that to your next adventure. I got my graduate degree in higher ed. I lasted about a year and a half before I decided I was an entrepreneur. And in order to be happy, I needed to create a business. I wasn't destined to punch a clock. In case you're wondering, I never took a business course while I was at Maine. What my master's in student development and higher education taught me is how to think through complex problems. It taught me how to collaborate with others and to not only see the big picture, but to understand how the seemingly little details come together to create a successful business. 3 years ago, I came up against another limit. My marriage ended after 9 years, and I used that life-changing event to reflect on what made me happy. I knew the answer would require me to remove all self-assigned labels and replace them with limitless. I am Lisa, and I am limitless with the ultimate goal of happiness. At the time, I was a mom to a 2-year-old boy, owner of 2 restaurants, and investment real estate properties. In order to figure out what life I wanted to create for myself, I focused on the happiness factor. The first thing in my mind, my family. I was living an hour and a half away and loved the idea of being back in Bangor. As fate would have it, shortly after I set my sights on Bangor, I got an opportunity to move back and to work on Scratchpad, Maine's first seed accelerator north of Boston. After being back in Bangor for almost a year, I decided to make the permanent move, but there was only one little problem. I didn't have a job here. The program had ended, and once again, the word limitless was the focus of my thoughts as I explored what I wanted to be this go-round in the life of Lisa. Through the freedom of exploring all my options, my business partner, Jason Harkins, a professor in entrepreneurship, came up with the idea of opening a co-working space in downtown Bangor. We've been open a year, and it's been a huge hit. As part of my transition back to life in Bangor, I had to part with the investment real estate that I held with my ex-husband. The goal of the investment real estate was to pay for our son's college tuition. We put a lot of money into the properties, and we had a timeline of 13 years before we were going to see a return on the investment. The thought of getting rid of it was really hard, and knowing that I would have to settle for breaking even was an even harder pill to swallow. But my goal was not money. It was to close a chapter of my life that no longer served me. Because I knew that I was moving towards happiness and using that as my ultimate guide, I needed to let go of the real estate, let go of the thought of profits. I needed to move towards the ultimate goal, which is the new version of me, the limitless one with happiness as the centerpiece. The investment real estate was no longer making me happy, so it didn't make a lot of sense to keep it. And although I do love money, I needed to make sure I wasn't holding on to it for the wrong reasons. When things are failing, it's important to not hold on for the sole goal of maximizing the profits. Be smart and look past the immediate horizon. You can always make more money. There's always more real estate to be bought, a new customer to bring in. Heck, there's even a raffle ticket if you want to buy that. Stay focused on happiness as your guide and don't worry about the little things in between, because you can get sucked up in the details of winning or getting promoted, and that's where you can become unhappy. Your stated objective should always be to be limitless. Just when I thought I was going to coast for a little bit after opening the co-working space, a best-selling author suggested I write a book with my reflections of my entrepreneurial journey. I titled it Power of Transparency, because it's through the ability to be open and honest with the people around me that I've gotten to where I am today. None of this would have happened if I didn't view myself as limitless and always focus on finding happiness if it wasn't there. I look back on the roller coaster that has been my life and I smile. From trained doula to pharmacy tech to notary public, I allowed myself the freedom to explore what I thought might bring me joy and to move away from the things that no longer served me. I urge you to reflect on the lessons from your failures and, more importantly, your wins. Use it to keep you motivated and inspired to take on the next iteration of you. Congratulations, graduate class of 2018.
Thank you, Ms. Liberatore. We are so proud to have alumni like you. Thank you. Now I would like to invite President Hunter to please proceed to the podium. And now, we are here for the very reason that we are here today. It's for our candidates who are going to graduate this afternoon, and I would like to call our Master's and Certificate of Advanced Studies degrees candidates to please rise. Okay, I'll say that one more time. I'm asking for all the candidates for the Master's and Certificate of Advanced Studies degrees to please rise. Don't be scared, it's all right, we'll be okay. Everything will be fine. President Hunter, upon completion of all requirements, these students will be recommended by the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees. I have the honor of presenting them to you so that they may have the respective degrees conferred upon them.
On behalf of the trustees of the University of Maine system and in accordance with the authority vested in me, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree for which you have been recommended. Congratulations.
In testimony of this act, will each of you please come forward to be hooded and receive your diploma, one row at a time upon signal from the university marshals. All others should be seated. I now call on Scott Delcourt, Assistant Vice President for Graduate Studies and Senior Associate Dean of the Graduate School, who will present the graduating students being recognized today, and Dr. David Neven, Associate Vice President for Research and Graduate Studies, who will present the diplomas to our graduating students.
To begin with, the Graduate School will hood candidates for the interdisciplinary degrees. Vice President Vararamian will be assisted in the hooding by Dr. Pankaj Agrawal, Associate Professor of Finance. First, Alicia Champlin, Master of Fine Arts in Intermedia, co-advised by Dr. Owen Smith and Nate Aldrich. Kate Dawson, Master of Fine Arts in Intermedia, co-advised by Susan Smith and Dr. Jolene Blay. Eleanor Felicia Kipping, Master of Fine Arts in Intermedia, co-advised by Dr. Lori Hicks and Susan Smith. Wade Warman, Master of Fine Arts in Intermedia, co-advised by Dr. Owen Smith and Jean Felice. Devin Howard, Master of Science in Teaching, co-advised by Dr. Mitchell Bruce and Dr. Susan McKay. Zachary Neal Rogers, Master of Science in Teaching, co-advised by Dr. Michael Whitman and Dr. Mitchell Bruce. Grace Marie Ann Ganella, Master of Science in Teaching, advised by Dr. John Shumwell. Kenneth Akia, Master of Science in Teaching, advised by Dr. Michelle Smith. Nicholas Richard Innes, Master of Science in Teaching, co-advised by Dr. Michelle Smith and Dr. Mackenzie Stetzer. Mariah Josephine Radu, Master of Science in Quaternary and Climate Studies, advised by Dr. Aaron Putnam. Catherine Pomprion, Master of Science in Quaternary and Climate Studies, advised by Dr. Daniel Sandweiss. Emily Marie Blackwood, Master of Science in Quaternary and Climate Studies, co-advised by Dr. Daniel Sandweiss and Dr. Brian Robinson. Sarah Neeland, Master of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies, advised by Dr. Maisie Huff. Courtney Hawks, Master of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies with a focus in Maine Studies, advised by Dr. Craig Ettinger. And so let's have a round of applause for all those students in the interdisciplinary programs. Next, in the Maine Business School, Interim Graduate Dean James Simpson will also be assisted in hooding by Dr. Argawal. First, Owen McGuire, Master of Business Administration, advised by Dr. Richard Borgman. Eileen Salo Robinson, Master of Business Administration, advised by Dr. Scott Spolin. John Robinson, Master of Business Administration, also advised by Dr. Spolin. Trey Stewart, Master of Business Administration, also advised by Dr. Spolin. Tilan Copson, Master of Business Administration, also advised by Dr. Spolin. Michael Clay Enos, Master of Business Administration, advised by Dr. Richard Borgman. Heidi Parks, Master of Business Administration, advised by Dr. Richard Borgman. Kyla Harrison, Master of Business Administration, also advised by Dr. Borgman. Kendall Newell, Master of Business Administration, also advised by Dr. Borgman. Vincent Cassis, Master of Business Administration, advised by Dr. Scott Spolin. Calvert Schaefer, Master of Business Administration, also advised by Dr. Spolin. James Cumming, Master of Business Administration, advised by Dr. Richard Borgman. Tyler Bruce Morin, Master of Business Administration, advised by Dr. Pank Agrawal. Heather Aschenault, Master of Business Administration, advised by Dr. Scott Spolin. Jiwon Nam, Master of Business Administration, advised by Dr. Richard Borgman. Bill Emil Norman, Master of Business Administration, advised by Dr. Nicholas Earhart. Caitlin Irene Sehusen, Master of Business Administration, advised by Dr. Scott Spolin. Karen Lucky, Master of Business Administration, advised by Dr. Scott Spolin. Xiaoshen Zhu, Master of Business Administration, advised by Dr. Scott Spolin. Kestrel D'Antilio, Master of Business Administration, advised by Dr. Scott Spolin. Let's have a round of applause for all those students receiving their MBAs. Next, in the College of Natural Sciences, Forestry, and Agriculture, Dean Frederick Cervello will be assisted in hooding by Dr. Michael Kinnison, Associate Director of the School of Biology and Ecology. First, Taylor Marie Harris, Master of Arts in Communication Sciences and Disorders, advised by Dr. Judy Walker. Carissa Jenny Keating, Master of Arts in Communication Sciences and Disorders, advised by Dr. Jennifer Seal. Catherine Cardis, Master of Arts in Communication Sciences and Disorders, advised by Dr. Judy Walker. Gabrielle Papandrea, Master of Arts in Communication Sciences and Disorders, advised by Dr. Nancy Hall. Cassandra Ray Young, Master of Arts in Communication Sciences and Disorders, advised by Dr. Jennifer Seal. Rebecca Hargraves, Master of Arts in Communication Sciences and Disorders, advised by Dr. Judy Walker. Jadida Marinati, Master of Arts in Communication Sciences and Disorders, advised by Dr. Judy Stickles. Hannah Pattison Como, Master of Arts in Communication Sciences and Disorders, advised by Dr. Judy Walker. Lindsay Leigh Huckle, Master of Arts in Communication Sciences and Disorders, advised by Dr. Jennifer Seal. Kelly Jean Ronco, Master of Arts in Communication Sciences and Disorders, advised by Dr. Nancy Hall. Olivia Rose Shaw, Master of Arts in Communication Sciences and Disorders, advised by Dr. Judy Walker. Holly Hegarty, Master of Arts in Communication Sciences and Disorders, advised by Dr. Judy Stickles. Margaret May Pierce, Master of Arts in Communication Sciences and Disorders, co-advised by Dr. Christopher Grindrod and Dr. Nancy Hall. Kayla Labrie, Master of Arts in Communication Sciences and Disorders, advised by Dr. Christopher Grindrod. Claire Colley, Master of Arts in Communication Sciences and Disorders, advised by Dr. Judy Walker. Kristen Doherty, Master of Arts in Communication Sciences and Disorders, advised by Judy Stickles. Cassandra Rose Stierpe, Master of Science in Earth and Climate Sciences, advised by Dr. Catherine Allen. Jacqueline Francis Miller, Master of Science in Earth and Climate Sciences, advised by Dr. Alice Kelly. Jillian Nancy Pelto, Master of Science in Earth and Climate Sciences, advised by Dr. Brenda Hall. Margaret McCullough, Master of Science in Ecology and Environmental Sciences, advised by Dr. Eric Gallant. Holly R. Burr-Cushman, Master of Social Work, advised by Dr. Deirdre Boyan. Jeremy Bruce Bollier, Master of Social Work, co-advised by Susan Reisman and Dr. Deirdre Boylan. Zachary Matthew Benelli, Master of Science in Food Science and Human Nutrition, advised by Dr. Mary Ellen Kamiri. Sarah Megan Brochu, Master of Science in Food Science and Human Nutrition, advised by Dr. Denise Skomberg. Tamara Stevens, Master of Science in Food Science and Human Nutrition, advised by Dr. Mary Ellen Kamiri. Surbi Khanna, Master of Science in Food Science and Human Nutrition, co-advised by Dr. Brian Perkins and Dr. Beth Calder. Caroline Dean Curtis, Master of Science in Zoology, advised by Dr. Christy Townsend. Tiembo Gunte, Master of Science in Zoology, advised by Dr. Daniel Levesque. Jordan Ross Anthony, Master of Science in Resource Economics and Policy, advised by Dr. Carolyn Noblet. Drew Rosebush, Master of Science in Resource Economics and Policy, advised by Dr. Keith Evans. Wen Wang, Master of Arts in Economics, co-advised by Dr. Keith Evans and Dr. Xuan Chen. Sujita Panley, Master of Science in Economics, advised by Dr. Angela Daly. Dina Vlasalou, Master of Science in Resource Economics and Policy, advised by Dr. Mario Teisel. Diana Reyes, Master of Science in Animal Science, advised by Dr. Juan Romero. Tyler Fountain, Master of Science in Marine Biology, advised by Dr. Rian Waller. Ashley Rosen, Master of Science in Marine Biology, also advised by Dr. Waller. Emily Nocito, Master of Science in Marine Policy, advised by Dr. Aaron Strong. Casey Olkanovich, Master of Science in Forest Resources, advised by Dr. Jessica Leahy. Ben Stevens, Master of Science in Forest Resources, advised by Dr. Jessica Leahy and Dr. Mindy Crandall. Amber Lynn Elwell, Master of Science in Food Science and Human Nutrition, co-advised by Dr. Angela Miracle and Dr. Renee Morin. Amber Murray, Master of Science in Food Science and Human Nutrition, advised by Dr. Adrian White. Amanda Robbins, Master of Science in Food Science and Human Nutrition, advised by Dr. Mona Tarian. Brianna Nicole Fortin, Master of Science in Food Science and Human Nutrition, co-advised by Dr. Mona Tarian and Catherine Yerkza. Ben Farber, Master of Science in Forest Resources, co-advised by Dr. Douglas Gardner and Dr. Stephen Shaler. Elliot Sanders, Master of Science in Forest Resources, advised by Dr. Douglas Gardner. David Arthur Sandilands, Master of Science in Forest Resources, advised by Dr. Daniel Hayes. See the Hayes got here. Autumn Rose Kendall, Master of Social Work, advised by Dr. Judith Josiah Martin. Sarah Elizabeth Renzo, Master of Social Work, advised by Deirdre Boylan. Congratulations. Silas Walsh, Master of Social Work, advised by Nancy Kelly. Kimberly Beth Walker, Master of Social Work, co-advised by Kelly Jackson and Judith Josiah Martin. Nicole Russell, Master of Social Work, advised by Kelly Jackson. Janet Donna Morang, Master of Social Work, advised by Nancy Kelly. Joanna Lynn Preble, Master of Social Work, advised by Susan Reisman. Sarah McCall Wass, Master of Social Work, advised by Lee Maxwell. Tammy Perry, Master of Social Work, advised by Dr. Gail Warbach. Roey Liu, Master of Social Work, advised by Nancy Kelly. Jeffrey Francis, Master of Social Work, advised by Dr. Gail Warbach. Jenna Jo Borden, Master of Social Work, advised by Dr. Robin Russell. Congratulations. That one I knew. Lisa Marie Dezo, Master of Social Work, advised by Kelly Jackson. Jesse Robinson Call, Master of Social Work, advised by Dr. Stephen Gilson. Mark Roland Dubay, Master of Social Work, advised by Kelly Jackson. Caitlin Campbell, Master of Social Work, advised by Nancy Kelly. Whitney Panett, Master of Social Work, advised by Judith Josiah Martin. Brittany Lynn Lavoie, Master of Social Work, advised by Dr. Gail Warbach. Kayla Misho, Master of Social Work, advised by Susan Reisman. Lindsay Allison Dale, Master of Social Work, co-advised by Deirdre Boylan and Dr. Len Kay. Amber Marie Stubbs, Master of Social Work, advised by Susan Reisman. Anna Dixon, Master of Social Work, co-advised by Dr. Gail Warbach and Dr. Sandy Butler. Jennifer Halusha, Master of Social Work, advised by Dr. Gail Warbach. Dina Yakubaga, Master of Social Work, advised by Dr. Stephen Gilson. Christine Paul, Master of Social Work, advised by Kelly Jackson. Caitlin Elizabeth Roy, Master of Social Work, advised by Kelly Jackson. Kelsey Wilcox, Master of Social Work, also advised by Kelly Jackson. Cassie Stevens, Master of Social Work, advised by Judith Josiah Martin. Eric Potter, Master of Social Work, advised by Dr. Stephen Gilson. April Turner, Master of Social Work, advised by Nancy Kelly. Arthur Barry Adolf, Master of Social Work, co-advised by Dr. Robin Russell and Dr. Len Kay. Belize Dusenge, Master of Social Work, advised by Judith Josiah Martin. Simplice Aradukunda, Master of Social Work, advised by Dr. Sandy Butler. Elska Skegg, Master of Science in Nursing, co-advised by Dr. Mary Shea and Dr. Patricia Poirier. Stephanie Lynn Bosse, Master of Science in Nursing, advised by Dr. Kelly Strout. Catherine Ann Foley, Master of Science in Nursing, advised by Dr. Mary Tedesco Schneck. Julie Joanne Eastman, Master of Science in Nursing, advised by Dr. Mary Shea. Kylie McCrae St. Germain, Master of Science in Nursing, co-advised by Dr. Mary Shea and Dr. Patricia Poirier. Sean Robert Sibley, Master of Science in Nursing, co-advised by Dr. Kelly Strout and Dr. Patricia Poirier. Dorothy Monecki, Master of Science in Nursing, advised by Dr. Deborah Saber. Melissa Hawks, Master of Science in Animal Science, advised by Dr. Robert Colley. Causey. Annika Binte Mahoub, Master of Arts in Economics, advised by Dr. James Brees. Jeremiah Valatone, Master of Science in Plant, Soil, and Environmental Sciences, advised by Dr. Mark Hutton. And let's have a round of applause for all those students hooded in the College of Natural Sciences, Forestry, and Agriculture. Next, in the College of Engineering, Dean Dana Humphrey will be assisted in hooding by Dr. Shalene Jain, Associate Professor of Civil Engineering. Kovid Amacha, Master of Science in Civil Engineering, advised by Dr. Per Garter. Mahmoud Jalil Abrahimi, Master of Science in Civil Engineering, advised by Dr. Bill Davids. Hussein Abdul Razak, Master of Science in Chemical Engineering, advised by Dr. Thomas Schwartz. Jordan Edward Brown, Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering, advised by Dr. Zhudan Zheng. Congratulations. Cameron Michael Seegers, Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering, co-advised by Dr. Roberto Lopez Anito and Dr. William Davids. Michael Schwanier, Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering, co-advised by Dr. Krish Tiagarajan and Dr. Alex Fries. Marvin Patel, Master of Science in Chemical Engineering, advised by Dr. Peter Van Walsum. Mayank Patel, Master of Science in Chemical Engineering, advised by Dr. William DeSisto. Chris Bears, Master of Science in Civil Engineering, advised by Dr. Kimberly Hugenard. Yan Liu, Master of Science in Computer Engineering, advised by Dr. Vincent Weaver. Chihao He, Master of Science in Computer Engineering, advised by Dr. Bruce Segee. Ahmed Almagasala, Master of Science in Electrical Engineering, advised by Dr. Ali Abidi. Sean Vayu, Master of Science in Electrical Engineering, advised by Dr. Ali Abedi. Graham Van Goffrey, Master of Science in Electrical Engineering, advised by Dr. Yifeng Zhu. London Ryan, Professional Science Masters in Engineering and Business, advised by Dr. Raymond Hintz. Josh Bragg, Professional Science Masters in Engineering and Business, also advised by Dr. Hintz. Mark Powell, Professional Science Masters in Engineering and Business, also advised by Dr. Hintz. Craig Bailey, Professional Science Masters in Engineering and Business, and also advised by Dr. Hintz. Hai Ji, Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering, co-advised by Dr. Tian Zhu and Dr. Zhudong Cheng. And let's have a round of applause for all those students hooded in the College of Engineering. Next, in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, Dean Emily Haddad will be assisted in hooding by Dr. Cynthia Eisenhower, Assistant Professor of Anthropology and Climate Change. First is Jiwon Nam, Master of Arts in Global Policy, advised by Dr. Kristen Vikazi. Minggu Lee, Master of Arts in Global Policy, also advised by Dr. Vikazi. Amanda Kathleen Barrington, Master of Arts in Global Policy, advised by Dr. Dan Sandweiss. Siobhan Elizabeth Pierce, Master of Arts in Global Policy, also advised by Dr. Sandweiss. Morgan Rachel Holtzclaw, Master of Arts in Global Policy, also advised by Dr. Sandweiss. Evan Lane, Master of Arts in Global Policy, and also advised by Dr. Daniel Sandweiss. Lucas Ashbaugh, Master of Arts in Global Policy, advised by Dr. Seth Singleton. James Theodore Spruce, Master of Arts in History, advised by Dr. Elizabeth McKillen. Gerardo Perez Vargas, Master of Music and Music Performance, advised by Dr. Beth Weeman. Claudia Valeria Blanco Moda, Master of Music Performance, advised by Dr. Beth Weeman. Nathaniel Lee Hackworth, Master of Music and Music Performance, co-advised by Dr. Beth Weeman and Dr. Stuart Mars. Caitlin Nicole Haas, Master of Science in Spatial Information Science and Engineering, advised by Dr. Nicholas Judas. Jonathan Cole, Master of Science in Spatial Information Science and Engineering, also advised by Dr. Nicholas Giudici. Donald Rice IV, Master of Science in Information Systems, advised by Dr. Harlan Onsrud. Dina Nicole Rice, Master of Arts in English, advised by Dr. Gregory Howard. Cody Bursch, Master of Arts in English, advised by Dr. David Kress. Brendan James Allen, Master of Arts in English, co-advised by Dr. Steve Evans and Dr. Jennifer Moxley. Tessa Hathaway, Master of Arts in English, advised by Dr. Jennifer Moxley. Nicholas Sanders, Master of Arts in English, advised by Dr. Ryan Dupre. Alex Terrell, Master of Arts in English, advised by Dr. David Kress. Hey. So you passed your comps, okay? Kristen Jarrow, Master of Arts in English, advised by Dr. David Kress. Shelby Colburn, Master of Arts in English, also advised by Dr. David Kress. Colin Warhola, Master of Science in Information Systems, advised by Dr. Harlan Onsrud. Sanduaran Pradeep Kumara, Master of Arts in Communication, advised by Dr. Laura Rickard. Adam Goldsmith, Master of Arts in Communication, advised by Dr. Nathan Stormer. Jessica Bishop, Master of Arts in Communication, also advised by Dr. Nathan Stormer. Sydney Marie Cook, Master of Arts in Communication, advised by Dr. Paul Grossweiler. Kirsten Davini Kling, Master of Arts in Anthropology and Environmental Policy, advised by Dr. Gregory Zaro. Gregory Kritzman, Master of Science in Spatial Information Science and Engineering, advised by Dr. Torsten Hamann. Scott Mitchell, Master of Engineering in Engineering Physics, advised by Dr. David Batuski. Hey, how are you? Congratulations. Raymond Robert Goulet, Master of Engineering in Engineering Physics, co-advised by Dr. David Paduski and Dr. Neil Cummins. Tushar Gautam, Master of Science in Information Systems, advised by Dr. Harlan Onsrud. Hey, congratulations. Stacy Seltsumova, Master of Science in Information Systems, advised by Dr. Harlan Onsrud. Alice Elaine Wise, Master of Arts in Mathematics, advised by Dr. Nigel Pitt. Let's have a round of applause for all those graduate students hooded in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Next, in the College of Education and Human Development, Dean Tim Reagan will be assisted in hooding by Dr. James Artesani, Associate Dean of Accreditation and Graduate Affairs. First, Mary Elizabeth Berry Chase, Master of Education in Instructional Technology, advised by Dr. Joanna Prince. Congratulations. Oop. Molly Bunker Hodgkins, Master of Education in Student Development and Higher Education, advised by Dr. Elizabeth Allen. Hannah Rose Halsey, Master of Education in Student Development and Higher Education, advised by Dr. Kathleen Gillen. Levi Dane Boudreau, Master of Education in Student Development and Higher Education, advised by Dr. Kathleen Gillen. Benjamin Whiting Buckland, Master of Education in Student Development and Higher Education, also advised by Dr. Gillen. Jessica DeVue, Master of Education in Student Development and Higher Education, advised by Dr. Leah Hakala. Joshua Gregory Rosa, Master of Education in Student Development and Higher Education, also advised by Dr. Hakala. Oops. Chrissy Marie Delfonso, Master of Education in Student Development and Higher Education, advised by Dr. Kathleen Gillen. Lauren Dupey, Master of Education in Student Development and Higher Education, advised by Dr. Elizabeth Allen. Lisa Applegate, Master of Education in Student Development and Higher Education, advised by Dr. Kathleen Gillen. Alice K. Liu, Master of Education in Student Development and Higher Education, advised by Dr. Leah Hakala. Christy Holmquist, Master of Education in Literacy Education, advised by Dr. Susan Bennett Armiston. Kayla Marie Cullum, Master of Education in Literacy Education, also advised by Dr. Bennett Almerston. Nikki Hafford. Nikki Hafford, Master of Education in Literacy Education, also advised by Dr. Bennett Almerston. Kelly Warden Gay, Master of Education in Literacy Education, also advised by Dr. Susan Bennett Armiston. Darcy Sands, Master of Education in Literacy Education, also advised by Dr. Bennett Armiston. Kelsey Nelson, Master of Education in Literacy Education, advised by Dr. Susan Bennett Armiston. Monica Nelson, Master of Education in Literacy Education, also advised by Dr. Bennett Armiston. Morgan Carol Robinson, Master of Education in Literacy Education, also advised by Dr. Bennett Armiston. Ashley Enright, Master of Education in Literacy Education, also advised by Dr. Bennett Armiston. Monira El Karashi, Master of Education in Literacy Education, also advised by Dr. Bennett Armiston. Lindsay Renee Drost, Master of Education in Literacy Education, also advised by Dr. Susan Bennett Armiston. Anne Marie Stenzel, Master of Education in Literacy Education, also advised by Dr. Susan Bennett Armiston. Tarsha Asbury, Master of Education in Literacy Education, also advised by Dr. Susan Bennett Armistead. Kelly Hasselbrack, Certificate of Advanced Studies in Literacy Education, advised by Dr. William D. Nichols. Daniel LeClaire, Master of Education in Instructional Technology, advised by Dr. Joanna Prince. Christina McIntosh, Master of Education in Literacy Education, advised by Dr. Susan Bennett Armistead. Lisa Rebel, Master of Education in Literacy Education, advised by Dr. Susan Bennett Armistead. Jan Costigan, Master of Education in Literacy Education, also advised by Dr. Susan Bennett Armistead. Kelly Hill, Certificate of Advanced Studies in Counselor Education, advised by Dr. Annette Nelligan. Chrislyn Hyatt, Master of Education in Counselor Education, advised by Dr. Annette Nelligan. Bethany Belanger, Master of Education in Counselor Education, also advised by Dr. Annette Nelligan. Melissa Carey Davis, Certificate of Advanced Studies in Educational Leadership, advised by Dr. Catherine Biddle. Elizabeth Hannibal Drury, Certificate of Advanced Studies in Educational Leadership, advised by Dr. Richard Ackerman. Julie Kirby, Master of Education in Special Education, advised by Dr. Deborah Rooks Ellis. Daniel Marie Duchesne, Master of Education in Special Education, advised by Dr. Deborah Rooks Ellis. Pamela Ann Scribner, Master of Education in Special Education, advised by Dr. Deborah Rooks Ellis. Lee Ann Arnold, Master of Education in Special Education, also advised by Dr. Deborah Rooks Ellis. Emily Dyer, Master of Education in Special Education, advised by Dr. Deborah Rooks Ellis. Lauren Ashley Langtang, Master of Education in Special Education, advised by Dr. Deborah Rooks Ellis. Carly Walton Burke, Master of Education in Special Education, advised by Dr. Deborah Rooks Ellis. Shiloh Marie Goodhue, Master of Education in Special Education, advised by Dr. Deborah Rooks Ellis. Velma Rodrigue, Master of Education in Special Education, advised by Dr. Deborah Rooks Ellis. Joni Ann Sprague, Master of Education in Special Education, advised by Dr. Deborah Rooks Ellis. Billy Joe Reed, Master of Education in Special Education, also advised by Dr. Deborah Rooks Ellis. Rachel Jones, Master of Education in Special Education, also advised by Dr. Deborah Rooks Ellis. Congratulations. Susan Ward, Certificate of Advanced Studies in Literacy Education, advised by Dr. Susan Bennett Armistead. Christy Kendrick, Master of Education in Special Education, advised by Dr. Diane Jackson. James Ronald Balancia, Master of Education in Social Studies Education, advised by Dr. John Mattis. Andrea Morin, Master of Education in Special Education, advised by Dr. Deborah Rooks Ellis. Katrina L. Gavitt, Master of Education in Literacy Education, advised by Dr. Susan Bennett Armistead. Emma Shea, Master of Education in Literacy Education, also advised by Dr. Susan Bennett Armistead. Nicole Renee Martin, Master of Education in Special Education, advised by Dr. James Artesani. Mary Beth Nivison Burgoyne, Master of Education in Instructional Technology, advised by Dr. Joanna Prince. Derek Scott Michael Whited, Master of Science in Kinesiology and Physical Education, advised by Dr. Christopher Nightingale. Brian Christopher Chopere, Master of Education in Kinesiology and Physical Education, advised by Dr. Robert Leonard. Jamie Gilman, Certificate of Advanced Studies in Literacy Education, advised by Dr. Susan Bennett Armistead. China Erica Hattie Fuller, Master of Science in Human Development, advised by Dr. Sandy Karen. Amber May Oakes, Master of Science in Human Development, also advised by Dr. Karen. Taylor Dorr, Master of Science in Human Development, also advised by Dr. Karen. Jordan Rose Sinclair Chapman, Master of Education in Special Education, advised by Dr. Deborah Rooks Ellis. Stephanie Louise Weber, Master of Education in Instructional Technology, advised by Dr. Joanna Prince. Jessica Lynn Gauthier, Master of Education in Special Education, also advised by Dr. Deborah Rixellis. Sarah Atherton Norwood, Master of Education in Instructional Technology, advised by Dr. Joanna Prince. Nicole Diane Lever, Master of Education in Literacy Education, advised by Dr. Richard Kent. Timothy Baker, Master of Education in Literacy Education, advised by Dr. Richard Kent. Rebecca Timms, Master of Education in Special Education, advised by Dr. Diane Jackson. Heather Henderson, Master of Education in Special Education, advised by Dr. Deborah Rixellis. Tori Blood, Master of Education in Special Education, also advised by Dr. Deborah Rixellis. Kelsey Stoyanova, Master of Education in Literacy Education, advised by Dr. Richard Kent. Brooke Johnson, Master of Education in Literacy Education, advised by Dr. Richard Kent. And Catherine LeClaire, Master of Education in Special Education, advised by Dr. Deborah Rixellis. Let's have a round of applause for all those students hooded in the College of Education and Human Development. At this time, I would like to ask the candidates for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy and Doctor of Education to come forward to be recognized. These students will be hooded and have their degrees conferred at tomorrow's commencement ceremony. President Hunter and Provost Hecker will help congratulate our doctoral candidates. Hari Palani, Doctor of Philosophy in Spatial Information Science and Engineering, advised by Dr. Nicholas Giudici. Benjamin Paul Schermerhorn, Doctor of Philosophy in Physics, advised by Dr. John Thompson. Anin Masquet, Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical and Computer Engineering, advised by Dr. Mauricio Pereira de Cunha. Jessica Lynn Pease, Doctor of Philosophy in Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, co-advised by Dr. Ian Bricknell and Dr. Sarah Barker. Lisa Weeks, Doctor of Philosophy in Chemical Engineering, advised by Dr. Douglas Boosfield. Susan Smith, Doctor of Philosophy in Interdisciplinary Studies, co-advised by Dr. Lori Hicks and Dr. Owen Smith. Bai Lee, Doctor of Philosophy in Marine Biology, advised by Dr. Yang Chen. Kisei Tanaka, Doctor of Philosophy in Ecology and Environmental Sciences, advised by Dr. Yang Chen. Hey, congratulations. Robert Bainish, Doctor of Philosophy in Marine Biology, also advised by Dr. Yang Chen. Kimberly Rain Miner, Doctor of Philosophy in Earth and Climate Sciences, advised by Dr. Karl Kreutz. Shuwei Du, Doctor of Philosophy in Food Science and Human Nutrition, advised by Dr. Angela Miracle. Panduka Paratne, Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry, co-advised by Dr. Barbara Cole and Dr. Raymond Fort. Deborah Aramita, Doctor of Philosophy and Interdisciplinary Studies, co-advised by Dr. Ann Sassong and Dr. Patricia Poirier. And last but not least, Musi T. Bien, Doctor of Philosophy and Civil Engineering, advised by Dr. Shalene Jain.
Dear newly minted graduates, as we conclude this graduate commencement ceremony, I would like to convey to you these final remarks. Today, as you graduate, you are starting a new chapter in your lives. Today, by graduating from the University of Maine, you are also receiving UMaine's stamp of approval and joining the more than 23,000 individuals who have received their graduate degrees from this great institution since 1881. The stamp of approval from the University of Maine means that you have received high-quality, high-impact graduate education through distinctive programs and by world-renowned faculty who have prepared you well for professional success and lifelong learning. There are also responsibilities that come with being a UMaine graduate, including becoming productive citizens, making contributions to your professional field, serving your community with distinction, and last but not least, giving back to your university. And by this, I do not mean only to make donations, but also to let us know how you are doing professionally and sharing your expertise and perspectives on graduate education with us. Finally, the University of Maine is great because of you and those who graduated before you. For all that you have done and continue to do to make the University of Maine the great flagship institution it is today, thank you. We appreciate the opportunity to celebrate your success. Please keep in touch, as we want to hear from you about all of your endeavors. Please join me in a round of applause for our 2018 graduating class of graduate students. I now invite everyone to attend the reception in Wells Conference Center, which will begin immediately after the conclusion of this ceremony. Ushers will be present to assist in leading you to Wells. Please follow the signs. I also thank you for your participation in today's ceremony. This concludes the University of Maine graduate commencement ceremony. I also ask you to please remain seated until the stage party and faculty have left the arena. Thank you.
actually